first of all, I apologize that my garage is a mess. I didn't think about y'all coming from my garage. I've just had a lot of equipment.
I was impressed with all your bikes.
Oh yeah?
I didn't look at anything else.
Well, I've been working on my Jeep. I've had drive shaft issues and ring and pinion. I've had so many issues, and it's been cold, and I've been lazy. I was just preparing for the snowstorm that didn't really get as bad as we expected.
By the way, I sent him your bike video yesterday because that's going to be part of our intro.
Oh.
Yeah.
He loved it.
Yes, it really showed me the spontaneity, the spunk. Yeah.
The spunk.
Are you comfortable there? That couch just about swallows you, doesn't it?
Well, I bent your pillow behind my back.
Oh,
so
you comfortable?
It feels better.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that thing will almost swallow you whole.
Yeah.
It's a teeny tiny couch, but it does.
It kind of, you sink in.
It
That's
hides-
why I
it-
lean.
It hides the gut.
That's why I like it.
Good.
That's why I like it. I told him, shoot from here up, buddy.
I got to make 100% certain. I just always
You
have
don't
to
have to
double
be gentle
check.
with it, Miss Barbara. You can.
Yeah. Let me hear your audio. I don't want to hide
Hello,
your face,
how are
though.
you?
You sound amazing.
All right.
You don't have to put it right in front of you. You can drop it right below your chin just a little bit. Yep. There you go. That way,
Okay. You
wanna
a
see
little
that?
bit more. Because
that-
I don't want to block your face.
Oh.
The camera's right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see how you sound.
La 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 la.
Perfect. Wow, Carlos, I know I'm going to let you introduce her because I've just now meeting you, Miss Barbara. It's so exciting. But I do want to say that just from the story he told, so many people requested to meet you at least through this platform. So that's pretty exciting.
It is exciting for
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. I'm genuinely, I don't know how to describe it, but I love documenting. So this is kind of what I do for a living to some degree. So collecting memories, I just love it. So I'm just excited to get to know you, unpack a few things. I probably have a lot of questions.
Okay, that's all right.
Okay, good. And if you have any questions, just shoot.
I may not answer all of them.
That's fine. I promised to be good. I already promised Carlos. He was like, Nathan, you cannot use any profanity. I'm like, look, I will do good. I promise. I won't.
You have to be who you are.
Well, I want Carlos to introduce you, but I use profanity not just sparingly, but like to mess with people sometimes, especially if I think people are taking themselves too seriously. I like to drop a little something, but I never would do it to be disrespectful. That's the main thing.
That is
Yeah.
very honorable.
Yeah. And I just think they're man-made words and they don't have any value. It's like saying poop another way or, you know what I mean? There's plenty of words. And you could get pretty provocative and you could get pretty trashy, but that's never my goal. I just don't take the words very seriously.
What a way to start.
I like your
Just
hat.
about
It's
right.
very stylish.
And this is another
Yes.
reason I want to do better because, you know, we've been talking about Jesus a lot more and I'm pretty excited about it. So for that reason, I have really dialed it back because I want to be a little more open to a broader audience.
That's a good goal.
Yeah.
Especially since most of Miss Barbara's church is listening to us too.
Well, I'm a work in progress. So
Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
Exactly.
Well, let's go ahead and do that. So, everybody, by popular demand, we have Miss Barbara here, my neighbor. She's the friend I didn't know I needed so badly in my life. We started off really friendly, just saying hello here and there. Miss Barbara always had a kind word in the elevator telling me I had a nice smile or this or that. And I was like, man, she's just an uplifter. Well, fast forward, she asks me for a favor on her 80th birthday. And she wanted a photo shoot on my motorcycle. Yeah. And I had to step back and go, wait, are you for real? Because I didn't know the spunk and the joy that was inside this wonderful person. And she said, I got an outfit and everything ready for you. And she didn't like that. I got to do the sassiness. Yeah. And she comes out in full leather with everything. I mean, I sent you the video. We'll be playing that here shortly.
Matter of fact, right now.
Boom. And she gets on it, and her entire family comes out. She has a wonderful family. Her children, her grandchildren, who also live where we live. And they're just tickled pink that we're doing this. And here comes Biker Carlos with his vest and tattoos. And she hops on. We turn on the bike. And the pure joy.
Surprise. Oh, I never expected it to be like that.
Yeah.
And that was the beginning of this wonderful friendship. And fast forward to today, here we have her, Miss Barbara.
So excited. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I adore you. I adore you.
Because I'm thinking all of what
Yeah.
I wanted to say about him.
Let's do that. Why don't you do that?
Well, we first met.
Do me a favor and introduce Carlos.
This is Carlos Ruiz.
Ruiz. How's those
Right
R's?
way.
Ruiz. I've been working on
You
it.
did good.
I don't do the R roll,
Okay.
but the Ruiz. I
Okay.
like that part.
That's better than the most of us because most of us say Ruiz.
That's true.
Oh.
Drives me nuts.
Yeah, so you're better. You're better than the majority of us.
So he's walking toward the door and carrying a helmet. And I had been eyeing his, I didn't know it was his, motorcycle. And so I just was amazed that he was so friendly and smile. Look at this guy's smile. That really grabbed my heart. And so the second time I saw him was outside the elevator, I think. And that's when you said, if there's anything I can ever do for you, Miss Barbara. I said, well, I am turning 80 and I would like to sit on your motorcycle and have my picture taken. Could I do that?
That's wonderful.
And off we went.
Yeah. So that was the beginning.
And I don't want to skip over what you said. That smile had me at hello. Like, that smile has everyone. It's amazing. Carlos, you are one loved individual. What an amazing feeling to be loved by so many. I mean, I can relate to
No
some
pressure.
degree. I feel loved. But listen, you're very loved, obviously.
I appreciate
yeah,
it.
I see the energy he was probably exuding the day y'all met.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
But can you see the energy that she brings into a room?
Yeah.
Like, I've just been pumped all day. Even in the car ride, I was like, we're going to go do this thing. Just because she's so, I mean, man, she makes you want to live life, doesn't she? Like, it's all about it. So let's get into it.
Did you already have like a thought process? Because it's called random thoughts for a reason.
Yes.
I wouldn't say they're all totally random, but the responses from the ideas. So it's an exploration of ideas, and that's what I love to do. It's what I do for a living, essentially. So why not for fun?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you had any topics you wanted to cover, because I had some things that I wanted to go over, I'm certain. And this is new for me. Like 3 people, you're the second person
You're our
to do it.
second guest.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
Honored.
right. You're the second guest.
Well, I did want to talk about vanity.
Okay.
So, yes.
Did you notice that about me?
No, I
Lorraine?
noticed that about me today,
Really?
getting ready to come here and be filmed. I didn't think I had so much in me. But my hair, 2 days ago, I put it in pin curls. Do you know what pin curls are?
Are they small curl?
You wrap it around your fingers, stick it on your head, and stick a pin through it.
Okay.
So it was all over my head.
Yeah.
And I slept on it. The next morning, everything's going bong, bong, bong. And I'm going, what am I going to do? So I washed this out. Should have put it in big fat rollers, I'm not worrying about my hair.
That's okay.
I just want
though.
to come and talk to some guys that are really nice.
Yeah, but it's not.
So-
It's going to be recorded
Yeah.
forever,
Yeah.
and you're putting it out there. So is that vanity? I don't even
know.
It's a little.
It's
I
okay
think
to
it's
have
okay
pride
to
in your
some
appearance.
degree.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little vain. I mean, do you see
Well-
that I wear black shirts? Do you think it's
Yes.
because I look good in black shirts? I'm a few pounds over, so the black hides that. So call me vain. Here's the truth. Let's talk about vanity. I put a blue shirt on and I have a blue hat on. And I thought, I'm going for a blue look tonight. There's a blue background. I sat down in this chair. I looked at my picture and said, nope, we're going to black. And that's okay.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
Well, see, I Google everything.
Okay.
And I Googled colors when you're going to be filmed. The best
This is-
thing is
Incredible.
not black, but you look great in it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's shaved 10 pounds off, didn't it?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm just messing with you.
Shave 10 pounds in the
let's
camera,
hear
puts
about
10
these
back on.
cats. So the blue, I'm loving the look, and you guys you look good on camera together.
Oh, and so red was one of the colors you avoid.
Really?
And so,
You're a rebel.
this is where the vanity came in. I'm changing clothes, throwing it here, throwing it there. What am I going to wear? And I put on the solid, dull color that they recommend. This is Google again. Mm-hmm. And I'm going, that isn't me. That just isn't me. I can't do that. So I put on my red, my favorite color. I put on my sparkly earrings. I like sparkles. Yeah. And I thought, well, if it messes up the camera somehow, and especially the plaid, I guess they could edit out my arms or something. I don't know.
No. We want you to be who you are.
That's me right here.
Authenticity.
Yeah. So.
Oh, yeah.
This, I told him the other night, this authenticity is not a feature of the podcast. It's a requirement. But what I love about what you just said, and people go through life waiting for the moment that they overcome a feeling, a thought. They hope they grow out of insecurities.
Yes.
And I just want you to let the camera and the people know, get over it. It's never going away. This too, you're going to feel this way your whole life. And I think it's about embracing, being uncertain, Googling what should I wear. It's okay because we're human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's natural, 100%.
Yeah.
So it never goes away. So like in the next 20 years, I might still be this way.
Exactly. 100%. And I think that's okay.
Did you catch that?
I know exactly what you meant. You don't have any
I plan to
intentions of
live
slowing
long.
down. I don't think you're going to give yourself a choice. And I think I'm convinced that age is here, as much as it is anywhere. It's the things that you, I think worry has no value. Worry is the thing that it's so anti-productive.
Yeah.
Because if you can't do anything about it in the moment, don't worry about it.
And we all worry, but we have to remember worry is saying God can't handle it. I have to take care of it. But you know how wrong that is.
That means we have a lack of faith, right?
Yeah.
How hard is it to let go and let God? You hear that over and over again. You got to buckle down in prayer, belief. Yes, we've got to work towards stuff, but the foundation. We've been going to church. Don't forget church this Sunday. We're not missing.
And we have to grow, give ourselves time to grow and mature.
Grace.
Yes.
I've been giving myself grace.
Wonderful.
I'm not good at that because I lack faith in a lot of things. I've always struggled with the concept of faith. We don't have to get into it. There's a scientific method behind all this, but I'm truly learning what faith is, and that is letting go of the unknown. Anyways, it doesn't require so much faith anymore because there's just certain things I just know. I just know, and I don't require so much faith anymore, especially when it comes to Jesus Christ or God in general. So I have the satisfaction of knowing now, and that's new to me. My whole life, didn't make much sense. I feel content now.
That's great.
Yeah. It's a very satisfying feeling.
Peaceful. Contentment is peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah. Carlos, I don't mean to hijack the whole...
No, please. This is why I want her here.
Yeah, well,
this is so good.
I've learned that joy and peace is within. Happiness is external, and it's a result of a goal that I've accomplished. Meeting you provides me happiness. Seeing and feeling your energy, getting to know you makes me happy. But joy and peace, I got that from Jesus. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. Like, I don't know any other description. It was so foreign in my life. You know what I mean? That when you get it. Now, I have learned that it's not easy for me to keep. Like, it's highs and lows. So that's something if you guys want to unpack for me and help me to better understand, because, boy, I was on fire there for about 5 minutes.
Well, and he was recently baptized not too long ago.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah. I had the privilege of seeing him, which was like a miracle in itself. And it was just beautiful to see my friend find God.
Well, I'd already found him, but I'd never surrendered.
And surrendered. Surrendered's the correct way. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I think what Dale Carnegie said it, because we've talked about this, holding each other accountable. Motivation doesn't last. It's like bathing. That's why it's recommended daily. And it's the same thing. We've got to stay in God, in the Word. We've got to hold each other accountable, going to church. You miss one Sunday, it's so easy to miss the rest. Life gets busy. So we are doing so. I mean, he would text me. We've had some funny moments where he thought he wasn't going to make it to church due to little emergencies, and then
That sounded a little bit too much like due to
you know,
due to emergencies.
well, go back to a couple episodes, folks. He says it himself.
Yeah.
But then he was like, nope, not going to let this happen. And he goes. And then, it is highs and lows. I mean, I can speak for myself and say there's some times where I wake up and I'm absolutely on fire. And there's some times where I'm struggling and I need to go, now's when I need to go to church. And the message is probably for me. And it's kind of like a workout. I didn't want to get up for it, but I always felt better after I did it. Same thing.
You were talking about washing, needing to bathe every day. Did you know that the Word of God washes us?
Yes. I don't know that.
It's a wonderful cleansing when you put in repentance and ask God to forgive you. He washes that away. It's like I was listening to a song. I don't know if I can say songs on here.
You can say whatever you want.
Show me how far is the east from the west.
Yeah.
East from the west. 2 arms stretched out. And just, the picture of Jesus on the cross to me. But,
God, there's so much in just that I want to unpack. It's so complicated. So I had written this journal. It was about 500 or 600 pages, a year of my path to surrender. I've talked about it before, and I'm very methodical. I journal a lot. I build systems for a living. So I knew what I was doing, and I knew that I was growing closer, and I was reading, I was going to church. I wasn't ready to surrender just yet, right? I knew that was a commitment. And once I set my mind to something, there's no going back. I don't know how you describe it, but there's something obsessive about me that when I choose to finally do something, I just don't say it lightly. My words, I don't use them. I'm very sparing with my words.
You're 100%.
100%. And so I didn't want to make this commitment because I would have felt shame if I couldn't maintain that relationship with Jesus, with God, whatever. And I finally realized that I gave myself a little grace. And I realized this too shall pass, the good and the bad. I've accepted that this too shall pass in the bad, right? No matter how low it gets, you'll get over it. But it also happens for the good as well. The highs are temporary as well. And that's just part of being a human. We're not Jesus Christ. He was just the target. We don't have to hit the target. We just need to aim for it. And sometimes we're off and sometimes we're on. But when I made my commitment, like this path to surrender, I'm saying all that to say, this is what I learned. How do I stay in that sense of peace and joy that I believe most people feel it one week and not so much the next? And I was like, what is the common denominator? And I think you may have the answer, but I want to say for myself, I discovered the secret to, what would you say? Maintaining the Holy Spirit, you could say. Keeping the Holy Spirit in you is not to just surrender once, but to surrender daily, like a daily commitment. Because reading the Bible is not near as easy as I thought. Like my relationship with Jesus is easy when I'm struggling, but when I'm happy and life's amazing, you kind of forget. And then when you forget to read the Bible, when you forget to pray, you start to distance, like he kind of leaves you alone, is what it feels like. I said, hold on, I don't feel that sensation.
But actually, you're the one who's going back.
I think, though, that's part of being a human as well. You know what I mean? Because I was, Pastor Corey was talking about, who was it? He's like, I don't know, they were talking about, oh no, it was David. I watched a video and they were talking about David in the valley of the shadow of death and all this. There was a story about like even David really leaned on God when he was struggling. You know what I mean? And maybe not so much when times are good. I don't know. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I think you're on the right path there. I'm thinking sometimes we try to do it ourselves, kind of like working out. I like to lift weights.
Of course you do. I'm not going to be surprised by anything.
And I think my strength, getting stronger. But we have to rely on Jesus and the Holy Spirit to give us the strength to climb up. He lifts us up when we're down. Mm-hmm. We obey. That's our responsibility, is to obey the word. So that's how we trust God, is in obeying him.
Now, Miss Barbara, I'm going to ask, not just with your faith, but in life. You're on fire every day.
Yeah.
For life, for Jesus, with your kindness, with your joy. How do you have this fire every single day?
This is what the audience wants to know.
Well, when you get up every morning and your feet hit the ground and that devil goes running because they know you're up. What's the drive?
It wasn't always this way.
There we go. Thank you. Now, is it pretty consistent? Let's say on a scale from, I like spectrums and I like percentages. On a scale from 1 to 100 or 1 to 10, what ratio would you give yourself as far as your highs? Are you 7 out of 10? Are you an 8 out of 10? And just overall, not just energy, but like attitude, good attitude, because you seem to always have a good attitude. Or do you have off days like the rest of us?
Oh, of course I have off days.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. So go ahead. If you don't mind, could you answer his question? I just wanted that little moment. You can ask it again. Like, what is the source? What is the source of your daily fire? And happiness. And your joy. You get up and it's energy. Always moving. Like, I'll get up at 5:30 in the morning and go to the gym, and either you're moving around or your car's already gone, or I'll see her walking the stairs because there's ice outside. So she's like, I got to get my steps in. And she's walking up and down the stairs. Like, you're going to art class. You're going to dancing. You're going to something at church. You're always on fire. Aside from, as well with your faith, what is the source of this fire daily, and how do I get me some?
How do I answer that? Well, joy, I know the joy is from the Holy Spirit.
So definitely.
And like I said, my life was not always this way. I went through depression for a lot of years, went through counseling. But when I turned to God on a regular basis, stayed in the Word, connected with people at church, that was vital for me. I never knew how to do that until the last few years. It's being open and vulnerable and authentic. And
intentional.
Yes.
Yeah, the intentional part of everything you described. Because I know as well as I knew the moment I surrendered. And like when I told people, like my baptism, I'd been baptized as a kid, I'd been saved as a kid, but I didn't really understand what the baptism meant. I really learned that later on in life. And that surrendering, what was I going to say about that? Ultimately, I knew that I would not regret, but I would feel foolish that I didn't do it sooner. But for me, the reason why I didn't do it is because I felt like this overwhelming sense of responsibility that my life was going to change in ways that I didn't want it to. I like my life. I like who I am. I had to read through the Bible and like identify, is profanity, are these words really inappropriate? You know what I mean? I had to read what profane meant, to be profane. I had to read what to curse someone. And it's what's in your heart. And that's why I don't take the word so seriously, because I would never curse someone. Right? I would never say something profane. And that's the definition that we've given to these words, right, that really don't have any value. And they can be really funny if they're used appropriately. But I've learned to use them. I'm saying all that to say that, I don't even know how I got on that topic. But it was in line with what you were saying. Oh, it was about... golly, I went down a rabbit hole. I apologize, but it was about knowing that if I just make this commitment, things are going to be better. And the same thing is true about what you're saying. Once you figured out, hold on, every time I'm in the Word, life is easier. And it sounds to me like you just finally accepted. You know what? I'm just going to stay in it. Mm-hmm. It seems to be easier.
And there are times that I don't read every day, and it makes a difference. You know, I love reading novels, and sometimes that takes the place of the Word. I read novels that have Christian thoughts in it, sometimes scriptures, but it's not the same thing as spending time with the Lord. I wanted to go back to what you were asking me. How do I have all this energy and all? I have to attribute it to the Lord. He gives me good health. My mind is good. I can think. Sometimes I forget.
That happens to us now. Don't worry about that.
I try not to use the excuse, well, I am 80.
Yeah.
But it's just knowing the Lord is going to be there for me.
And knowing what was First John, the Word was God, was with God. Like the words themselves are literally God. And that's
He is the living Word.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's the reason why that book is. It's the only thing. That book is the only reason I never became an atheist. Scientifically, I almost became an atheist because I grew up in church and religion and all these man-made rules that I'm an anti-rule, anti-conformist. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But that book, I just kept turning back and thinking, there's no way humans collectively could have not created this thing. I knew it was this living document, and it's the one thing that kept me attached. And I finally came full circle and figured it out through science, essentially, that God was real.
I'm so excited for you with the joy of life that's ahead of you.
Yeah. Well, that's an interesting thing. I never even thought about that. What do you mean ahead of me? I've got it right now.
Well, yes. I don't mean just project in the future.
Yeah.
You're living in the moment, but you don't have to live in the past at all.
I genuinely don't live in either. My life, my focus, I talk about it a lot. Like my life's goal is to be present, and that's very difficult. And to me, to be present is to be childlike. And I love that the Bible talks about you must be like a child. And I realized, what is it to be a child? Well, to number one, maintain your curiosity, the wonder of the world around you. But the only way you can really do that is to truly be present. Now, you can think about ideas but if you're worrying about the future, that generates anxiety. And if you're dwelling on the past, that creates depression.
Yes.
Right? And so just knowing that being present right here, I tell people all the time, this conversation is the only thing that's real. Nothing else is real.
You're real.
Yes. It's true, and we forget that. Yeah. We're always wondering about tomorrow, waiting on that.
Yeah.
Every day I get a little closer at caring less.
And you can put all of those in that worry column that isn't good for you.
I just try to say none of my business. None of my business.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain things that I need to focus on, but if I don't need to, I just put it away. I've gotten really good at it. I think that's why I have maintained my youth.
I mean, we had somebody sitting here, our buddy Greg, who is 50 and does not look 50. That dude is not. So you talk about, even though I'm 80 and I have this energy, you don't look 80, Miss Barbara. You don't walk, talk, act, dress, nothing 80. There isn't 80 about you.
Yeah,
you know?
There's no 80-year-old energy coming off you.
No, not even a little bit. Like, you energized this room. You energized me. This is why I was so pumped for the world to meet you. Now, aside from, walk us through your day, because I talk about so much of all these things that you do, all these activities. Can you walk us through some of these things that keep you young? Tell us the activities, the things that you do.
Okay. I eat breakfast.
What time?
What time? Well, the first breakfast, sometimes 3 a.m. I know.
Really?
What?
I know. It's like in the middle of the night eating, actually.
Huh.
Did you know that some old people, I'm not old, but some old people don't sleep straight through the night?
Is that what it is for me?
Is that what's wrong with us?
Okay, let's get back on topic.
I think I know why. I think I know where
she's
you're going.
leading this. She's leading. I see. Go ahead, Miss Barbara.
It's not what you think. Aches and pains.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. So I have breakfast, and then because I don't drive at night right now, I wait until the crack of dawn, and I get in my car, and I'm on my way to the senior center. First, I shoot pool, and then...
Hold on. Shoot pool?
Yes.
Okay, you're speaking my love language now. Continue.
Well...
As soon as I leave here,
Love it.
I'm meeting a group of people. I shoot with them in Tullahoma, and they've came to Murfreesboro tonight and wanted me to come shoot with them.
Nice.
But go ahead. I'm sorry to cut out.
Oh,
but yes,
that's great.
I
Okay,
love
so
shooting
I've
pool.
been shooting pool for 4 years, still learning. And then I work puzzles for about a half hour. And then I go with my group playing tri-ominoes. Have you ever played that?
No, never heard of this.
It's triangular shaped. 3 numbers on each corner that you have to match up.
Like a domino, like a
Yes.
triangular
Just
shape.
like
Right,
dominoes.
it's a dominoes.
Okay.
So love that. And then I play that for an hour maybe. And then I head out to the mall and I meet my group there and we walk a mile.
Do we have a mall?
Stones River
Stones
Mall.
River.
Oh, yeah, we
Yeah,
do have
still
a mall.
counts.
I remember.
And then I go back up to the senior center and I shoot some more pool.
We have a shark.
favorite
We got a pool shark here.
I love that. I got to show you my pull stick before you leave.
Oh, okay. I'd like
Yeah.
to see it.
Yeah.
Someone gifted me one, so
Okay.
it's really, that's a treasure. Then I go home, take a nap,
I don't blame you.
Well deserved.
Yeah, you've earned one.
eat lunch, and then I go back for an exercise class. This is aerobics, lifting hand weights, stretching, ankle weights, more stretching, and then I go, I play pool again.
Why do you feel ashamed
Wow.
of that?
I
love
did.
it.
I didn't know this. I'm learning here too. I didn't know about this pool thing.
Tears coming out.
This is awesome.
And then traffic starts picking up around 4 o'clock,
It
so I
does.
head for home.
Yeah. This is a typical day.
And then at night,
Oh, she's not done.
well, I don't do this right now, but I have gone dancing on Thursday night and then on Saturday and then on Mondays, line dancing. So in March, when the time changes, I'm going to go back to my line dance class on Mondays.
Well, you're going to have to take me because I just ordered a new pair of boots.
I just
that
got these.
Chisos. I just ordered some Chisos. You familiar with them? They're so sexy. And all I can think about is no, these are just work boots. They're supposed to be so comfortable. And all I can think about is I've never line danced before. And I'm so excited about taking my boots out and line dancing.
I think we need
I want
to
to
go
do
line
some salsa
dancing.
and line dancing. Now, when you say line dancing, you're talking about like the electric slide, but a
Yes.
country version, or
Right.
what?
Electric Slide, the country version.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've never done that before. We used to do the dog back in the day.
I don't know that
Dog
one.
catcher, dog catcher. Do the dog. That's from the '90s. Remember that?
Now, Miss Barbara, I know you snuck in some painting there because you've brought me some paintings.
Yes.
You little gift. Where do you sprinkle that in?
I've been painting since I was 18, self-taught,
Okay.
and my favorite medium was oils. So I stopped that 20 years ago because I was just using the odor kind. I'm working in acrylics, and I've had some shows in the past, 3 in fact. And then the Senior Center has a show in the spring and in the winter. We just had one in the month of December, so I had 1 piece there, 3 last year. And out of that 3 last year, I got a consignment work. Oh, that was so exciting!
Now, what type of art? What is your favorite to paint?
I paint on canvas.
Yeah, I know, but is it like abstract? Is it nature? Like, how would you describe it?
Well, the one I just got excited about was a harbor scene, boats that were lit with Christmas lights. And so at the Senior Center, they give you a theme that you have to stick to. So that particular one was Winter Wonderland or holiday celebrations. The one I just had, that was different for me. I used acrylics, but I had, instead of in the picture, the name, the title and the picture went together to make, let's see, how was it? A winter scene. Well, I had a winter scene of a hint of a forest, and there was a pine tree forefront with white wrapped gifts in the snow. It was all a snow scene. And in the tree trunk was a cross, and I entitled it The Ultimate Gift. It's so exciting to do
I love
that.
this. Love it.
So now I'm working on pieces for the spring, and we're going to have a museum 12 months, all year round. And so every 3 months, the theme will be different. And the first one now will be spring.
That is so cool.
And
She's
it's going
just
to be local
busy.
in Murfreesboro?
It's local at the senior center, and the public can come in and look at it. If anyone chooses to buy anyone's art, they just check with the counter people.
Yeah.
And they will contact the artist with that person's contact information, so that it's directly between the artist and the patron.
No middle person.
That's awesome.
Love
That's nice of them not taking a cut.
Yeah.
But if you put your art in there, you have to be 60 and a member of the senior center, but it's a free membership.
Okay.
So
If I
You have
could,
to start teaching some classes.
she should. She's got the energy for it.
Yeah.
Now, I'd like you to tell Nathan a little bit about this delicious dessert that you made for me. Nathan recently got back from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
oh yes, I
And
listened to that.
this young lady surprised me with arroz con dulce.
Isn't that a
Can I
pretty
try
word?
that? Arroz con dulce. Huh?
Don't stop. Flow through the whole thing.
Arroz. I don't know what that is.
Arroz con
Arroz?
dulce.
Con dulce.
Arroz con dulce.
Arroz.
Arroz.
We'll roll the R for you. Arroz.
Roll those R's.
Arroz.
Wait, I know I need more water.
She's got to get some.
So it's a dessert?
So, yes, this is a
con dulce.
dessert.
I know you've talked about it.
So
Everything I ate in Puerto Rico was almost like a dessert. It was so delicious.
Delicious.
Everything.
So she hit me out of the blue. This was not prompted. This wasn't me going, hey, Miss Barbara, I know, you throw down in the kitchen, because she'll leave me little baked goods here and there. She left me a cupcake the other night. That thing didn't last 30 seconds. But if my little Ring doorbell goes off and I see a little bit of white hair of those red glasses, oh man, my stomach starts growling from the beginning, because I know 9 out of 10, if there's a bag on my door, there's food in there. So, a little selfish, but could you actually just start us from the beginning? What gave you the idea and how did you get there? Because it was the biggest surprise and you nailed it.
I'm going to say Google. I'm going to assume.
That's right, Google. Well, see, it was right before New Year's. And when I first moved here years and years ago, my next door neighbor gave me a gift. And for New Year's, I never knew that was a thing. He gave me cabbage.
Okay.
It's a strange
bag
gift.
of cabbage.
Is this when you moved here or where
Yes.
you came from?
No,
I was going to ask,
when
where
I
did you
moved
come
here.
from?
And he said, this is a Southern thing.
No.
I've never heard of
I
that.
didn't
When
know
did you
that.
move here?
28 years ago.
Well, that's still not a Southern thing. I was thinking maybe 40, 50 years ago.
I was still
Okay, I don't know. Does anybody know about cabbage in the South?
Yeah, is that a gift?
I was still a young woman then.
You are still are.
Still
What
are
you
now.
talking about?
So I didn't want to give a gift like that.
Thank you.
He's so kind to me all the time. Goes over and above. He's such a good neighbor and a good friend.
Like a good neighbor.
Carlos
So
is there.
Even have the right colors on.
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
So I thought, what can I give him? So I Googled Puerto Rico traditional meals for New Year's. So I read all the meals. And I thought, I don't want to do an entree. I don't consider myself a good cook. So I thought, I need to start learning how to cook better. And I saw this one, and it said, whatever you said.
Arroz con dulce.
That was pretty good.
Arroz
Shit, what are you talking about?
That was perfect.
Arroz con dulce. Dulce?
You got it. Dulce. You did it.
I never thought. It's in the
Really
Yeah, it's in the
good.
tongue. It's in the
all
tongue.
Oh, I lost my train of thought here.
Okay, so you didn't want to do a 4-course dinner. You decided
Okay.
a New Year's dish.
So I found desserts, and this one started out saying, somebody who was put it on there, it is my aunt's. And I thought, oh, it's got to be good then.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like saying it's my grandmother's.
See, I almost
it's
feel
my-
like you are like Aunt Barbara. Could you be? The way you said aunt, I'm like, I would see you as my aunt for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sorry to interrupt you there.
So that's the one I used.
And
So
she,
tell us what you
she
don't have to
killed
go all
it.
the way
It
into
was
it, but
so
can you
good.
describe it, like what
I
it
left
is?
it on my phone, and it's the kind where it fades out. And you have to punch it, and it comes back on. I don't know. I'm not technical real
Oh, you're talking
much.
about where the screen
Yes.
dims
So I did that all along.
to try to keep it alive. Oh,
So, okay, you
I
start
know
out
exactly what you mean. I know.
2 cups of rice. It can be any kind. I use long grain white. You soak it in water for 3 hours.
To soften it.
That's the key. And then you drain it out. And while you're draining it out, you put water, fresh ginger, something else. I know it's not mushrooms. That was something I did with an omelet. It wasn't mushrooms. Forget that. Oh, sugar.
Sugar.
I used
So rice, water, sugar,
rice, water, sugar, ginger,
ginger.
and you cook that gently for 10 minutes or so. You drain all that out. Oh, and a cinnamon stick.
Cinnamon. Yep.
Set the cinnamon stick aside because you're going to decorate the thing with that.
Okay.
So then now you put all the rice in that because the water's in there. You put the rice in it, put a lid on it, and you cook it for, I forget, 20 or 40 minutes, something like that.
We'll settle on 30.
And you put raisins in there.
Raisins. That sounds
That's
good.
a key. Oh, and you also put coconut milk and coconut cream in there.
That's the secret.
And it's making it thicker and thicker. And so what it turns out to be is, I don't want to say what it is because
What?
Arroz con dulce.
Rosco del
Con dulce.
Dulce arroz con dulce.
Perfect.
It sounds so beautiful, but if I just tell you what it actually is, it's not fun.
No, but it's so good. And she
And
killed
it's delicious.
I mean,
Does
I
it
took a
make like
bite.
And so you put it in a bowl
Yeah.
to mold it, get it cooled, and then I flip it up on this decorative plate, and then you put that cinnamon
it.
stick
Right
on
on
the
top.
top of it, and then you sprinkle cinnamon all over it,
Yeah.
and chill it. And it's so firm that you can cut it and eat it with your hands.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking custard or pudding. I don't know.
No,
what
it
I'm
almost, it's
imagining.
like a flan,
flan,
but
yes,
like
that makes
a
more sense.
firmer version, right? And obviously there's rice in there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I took a fork to it and just cut right in. And I mean, it left it leaves the little cut, the space. And I tried it and I was like, oh my God. Like, this is something my eldest sister could have made, my mother could have made. And I was
so
like, this
savory.
is on the money. And then it was gone.
See, it'd be rough for me because I avoid eating sweets. It's a secret to me. I try to do no carbs if I can. I cheat every now and then. Like last night, as I'm on my way home, there was a cookie, so an impulse buy at a gas station. I thought, well, I just won't eat tomorrow, and I didn't. I didn't have my first meal today until like 4:30. To punish myself, I deserved it for the cookie last night.
Ouch.
It was no small cookie. It was a big gas station cookie. Anyways, yeah, you would be. I don't know. It'd be tough for me if you were dropping off sweets outside my door because it didn't like I don't. I love them. I'm just weak. I'm weak.
I know what you're saying. You're preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
I can't say no to Miss Barbara.
I wouldn't. You go to the gym and make a for it. I starve myself. Okay.
See, that's why I'm always working out and going up and down stairs.
I'd rather not eat. I fast. That's my secret.
Well, I have in my mind, I am not going to buy any sweets when I'm at this grocery store. And I am almost out the door, and then I grab those pies, those little pies,
Yeah.
and I come home and shove them up in my cupboard.
Like you'll
so
forget about them.
hoping.
Yeah.
But I'm remembering. I'm reading my novel. I'm remembering blueberry pie in the cupboard. So yesterday I did okay. I didn't eat them all 3. I only ate 2.
Yeah.
I only ate 2 yesterday. I had the 3rd one today. I know.
You're so bad. You live so well, though. You can enjoy it. And you're exercising. You're on your feet. You're moving.
Oh.
And, I mean, how else are you going to fuel playing pool 3 times a day? About to put some money on Miss Barbara in this place.
You just made a choice to live life.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Good for you. Now, how long have you been living this lifestyle?
8 years.
8 years. So, see,
Wow,
folks,
that was very specific.
It's never too late. Okay. But you were always in really good health, or do you think you've
Yes.
improved your quality of health? I'm assuming you've always just had a pretty good
I
attitude
have.
towards
I've-
life. You're definitely
No.
not a victim mentality type person.
I've always been thinking it's got to get better.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to get better.
Pretty good about accountability.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah.
secret, isn't it? If we sit around blaming people, we have the excuse of, like you
Right.
said, you don't even allow yourself to use the excuse, well, I am 80.
Yeah.
Do you know the rest of the world's blaming everything and everyone rather than
Yeah.
saying, I mean, I'm really good at owning my flaws. You know what I mean? I don't blame anyone. Like, so anyways, I just think that's, we're unpacking the details, the subtle details that get overlooked because we can say you're this way, but I want to know why. And we're getting to that.
I think it's
Because-
a
because the
mindset,
audience,
right?
it's really a mindset.
It's all a mindset because, like you just said, most people are like, I can't do that. I'm
Yes.
80. And you,
Or I'm 40.
on the other side, or I'm 40, yeah. And you're on the other end of this going, I'm only 80. There's more to learn. There's more to do. Like it's all in that flip of the switch in here and in here.
I want to say,
think.
though, to give people to show a little grace for people, I don't know any other way. I've been like this my whole life. I just have. I've never imagined giving myself an excuse, but I'm really hard on myself. So I have a quality that was just natural to me. It wasn't a decision I made, right? The decisions that I make, I kind of struggle with. Like, for instance, I went and had a few drinks last night while I was shooting pool. I came home. I was weak. I ate a huge piece of pie. Well, I used to live alone, and I wouldn't keep pies in the house. The only thing sweet I'd keep was peanut butter, and that was like the sweetest thing I had. So
And
when
it's
I had
really sweet.
It is very sweet. And I keep dark, like, what is it? The dark,
Chocolate.
yeah, the little chips, and I put like 3 in the peanut
yeah.
butter, and
Oh,
I'll eat
yeah.
one scoop, and that gets me through that. But now my refrigerator has other people's, my son,
Yeah.
they keep sweets in there. And when I haven't drank anything, I'm strong. But when I've had a few drinks, good luck. I'm going to eat it. Yeah.
There was a time, and not so far ago, when I did blame other people for my struggles.
Yeah.
But I had to look at that straight on and say, I made choices.
Yeah. Well,
I made choices.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's called accountability.
it is. Yeah.
And that's a hard thing to do, to own your own stuff and then not just to own it,
It's so liberating.
but to
though.
correct and move forward. It's incredibly
Life
liberating.
is easy. Life is so easy. I used to tell my kids all the time, whatever happens to you in life, good or bad, it's your fault. I've said that their whole lives. Whatever happens to you in life, good or bad, it's your fault. And a lot of people didn't like that. I didn't really care, so I twisted it a little bit. And I said, whatever happens to you in life, good or bad, may not be your fault, but it's still your responsibility. So suck it up and move on. Like, whatever happens to me in life. And I've ran all my businesses the same way. I just don't worry. I just own it and I keep trucking. Yeah.
I've heard the saying, you can be a victim once.
Ooh.
Interesting. Okay. And then what happens if once you accept being a victim, you realize it doesn't fix anything?
No, it doesn't.
Exactly. You realize, oh, that didn't make a difference. Yeah.
Well, sometimes it takes a while to get through it. For instance, the other day, I was locking my door, leaving for the morning, and I have a little jut out, a short angle of a wall by my door. So I was bent over at my door, and I didn't see this person walking toward me. I didn't have my hearing aids in, so I didn't hear the footsteps. So when I stood upright, I just, it was Carlos. It took me a few milliseconds to realize who that was. And I pondered on that during the day. Why did I have that reaction? I thought, oh, okay. I have been assaulted. And it came back.
Your body, it's your nervous system.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was an eye-opener, you know.
You still have, they say trauma's stored in the body. Cellular
must
memory.
be. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't want it to be there.
I know. It
I've
just
gone
is.
through counseling, you know,
Yeah.
long time ago. This happened a long time ago.
Well, I'm going to wear a bell around my neck because I don't want to be associated with any bad memories, Miss Barbara. When I come in, I want you to be happy.
But it's happened several times in my lifetime, long lifespan, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know when it ever goes away.
Death.
Yeah, it's a defense
That's how I
mechanism,
look.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've accepted that this is the way it is to some degree. If I can't make a difference, I've written something in my journal, 12, 15 years ago. And it was a quote that I'd written, and I can't remember exactly how it went, but I'd ultimately come up to the conclusion that if I can't have any influence over it, I just accept it the way it is and go about my day. And that whole thing going about worrying. But yeah, I guess those things are just part of being a human. It's just part of being a human.
I eventually had self-defense classes.
Oh, see, that'll help.
Here we go.
From our
I would
treasured...
have loved if your story would have ended with a chop to the throat. That would have really encapsulated that moment.
Yeah.
But
there Carlos was on the ground, gasping for air.
Oh gosh.
Well, Murfreesboro Police Department gave lessons. Wonderful officers came into the senior center, taught a lot of us. And so we practiced for a while. And that was, I think, about 3 years ago for me. Well, wouldn't you know, I had somebody come up behind me and put hands on my shoulders. And I didn't even remember all that stuff. I just turned around. Hi! That day, I didn't get freaked out.
Well, good for that guy.
Yeah.
Figures she gets freaked out by the Puerto Rican in the hallway. I see where this is going, Miss Barbara.
Sanford and Son said it best. Puerto Ricans are moving into the neighborhood.
They got a knife in every pocket. I don't even know how that show stayed on TV.
That and Archie Bunker. So, look, I interviewed my grandmother once because I'd read this book called The Fourth Turning, and there's essentially 4 generations in every cycle, and there's a phrase that came from it. This book was written in '96 by Strauss and Howe, and they'd said, "Good times." You can start at any point. There's 4 cycles in this. But you could start with, let's start with hard times. Hard times create strong men. I would go on to say that hard times create strong people, but just for the sake of the quote, so people know what I'm talking about. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. So this is the phrase that they coined to showcase how civilizations build, and after about 80 years, they collapse, 80 to 100 years. And they documented through the last 500 years of history that all societies collapse around 80 to 100 years. And the universal reason is because that's about the length of a human life, and there's no one left alive that can remember the Great Depression. So we're destined to repeat these things again. Think about the Roaring '20s, right? And greatest time in human history, there was a collapse. We're back in the Roaring '20s again. Greatest time in human history, probably about to collapse. Who knows? But I was interviewing her, and I was asking her about the Great Depression because she was born in the 30s. And she said, honey, I have no idea. You would have had to have asked my parents because her parents experienced the loss of the Great Depression. And so the point is that you would have to know what something feels like, you would have had to have experienced it. Just like you can never tell me what it's like to be assaulted and I have any frame of reference. I could never feel that because I didn't have a point of reference. I didn't experience it. But you have experienced a lot in your time. You have seen the world change. The entire arc of everything. Like, you've seen a lot. And I'm fascinated by what I've seen in my life. I mean, I think I was very fortunate. I think we were very fortunate that we know a time before the internet.
Oh, yeah.
But I think you're even more fortunate that you know a time before convenience. And I believe things were better when we did not have such an abundance. I think the hardest thing for humans is when we have choices, good or bad choices. People are generally happier when their choices are limited. And I use this example. You could be told that you're going to prison for life, right? But if they say, well, we're going to make it 20 years, all of a sudden you're happy again. Well, who's happy about going to prison for 20 years? The same thing is true when times are good. When you have 6 options or 1,600 channels, you're almost miserable. Does this make sense? Can you talk to us about that?
Absolutely, yes.
Because we talk about abundance being a negative, and I think this is why people are so miserable and why societies build up to a point that we have so much progress. Maybe running water, maybe basic things throughout history become so easy that we start taking it for granted, and we're designed to overcome difficult things. We're happiest when we're struggling. If it's as crazy as that seems, it seems like what God wired us for, to overcome difficult things. But anyways, you've seen a lot of change. And
yes.
I want to know your perspective.
When we're struggling, we have goals. We set goals. We have a purpose.
Yep. And you get close to those goals. You have a release of these endorphins, these
a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah, and hormones are released to reward you, whether it be serotonin or whatever, adrenaline, whatever it is, dopamine. That's a feeling that you only get if you accomplish something, or if you take a drug, right? People take drugs to feel those sensations, but you get them naturally by goals. Anyways, continue on, and I'll shut up about that. I apologize.
Well, I'm trying to hold back my laughter because it's made me think about my exercise classes, and sometimes I have this great teacher. She is the health and wellness director of the senior center, sweet Laura. And she lets me be me in that class.
I don't think she has a choice.
Well,
Miss Laura.
Agreed.
So we exercise to music, and it's usually, upbeat. And I usually stay on the back row because I don't want to disturb anybody. But I'm over here to my friend on the left. And we're laughing. Oh, she's laughing at me. But I'm pouring out my endorphins, I guess.
Mm-hmm. It's energy.
I'm working hard. And then I go over here about 3 people down, and I'm telling them something that to me was funny. And they're going, and I have this one friend. I won't say her name. But we're like children. We stick our tongues out at each other. Mm-hmm. We dance crazy when she's at the other end and I'm here. But, the whole time the exercise class is going on. And I try to keep up with all of that. But I have so much fun dancing around, and Laura lets me do that. So, and I stayed away from there about 6 weeks just having a break. Mm-hmm. And everybody missed me, and that made me feel so good. Mm-hmm. So did I answer your question?
No, it's okay.
I
loved it.
You were thinking about a story that I know you wanted to tell. We were essentially talking about struggle, though, and you've seen a lot of change in the world. And I'm just curious about your perspective. Do you ever stop and think about the changes that have happened in your lifetime? Because I think about the changes that have happened in my lifetime, and I'm not so excited about all of them. Although technology, I'm a technologist by trade, and understanding technology and where it's going is really my role and responsibility. But if I had my choice, I'd dig holes for a living, because at least I could see the hole and say, I could admire that work. Now all my work is in clouds and in imagination, and I'm not so excited about it. I kind of miss a time where things were simpler and you built things and you could see, we were talking about accomplishing goals, and when you build a house or whatever, I don't know. I just kind of wanted your perspective on the changes that have happened throughout your lifetime.
Well, I started in I grew up in a very small town. It was like a village size, 4,000 people.
Yep.
We lived 3 miles, no, I guess it was a mile.
North or south?
North.
Okay.
We lived a mile from the town, which was a general store, a post office, a bar, and a variety store all together.
And a church. It had to be a church.
The church was way around the corner.
Okay, but you got the necessities, and I always think of
Yes.
church as about the first thing they build.
So we went to church. I remember 4 years old going to church with my siblings who were stair-step. My mom was having a break away from us. She was a single mom in those years. So she sent us to church.
Tough. Still tough.
Was, yeah. So we had grocery bags full of food on our doorstep often.
Yeah. Neighborhood.
Church people.
Yeah.
Taking
So
care of you.
we yes, so grateful for that. We had, our dinner was often pancakes with corn in it. Hated that.
Really?
Hated that taste with syrup.
Huh. Sounds like
So-
a treat with the corn. Sounds sweet. Okay,
no.
so that's not your thing. Pancakes and corn and syrup.
In it, yeah.
Okay.
That was our vegetable, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
And we had clothes given to us that way. So God was taking care of us.
So you have a point of reference.
Yes.
And you were probably pretty happy, even considering, because those little things that you receive have to just, I remember
was a
just being a
gift.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember just being so excited as a kid, and it's because I was very poor. My whole community was poor. I grew up
Yeah,
in a small
mine
town.
was too.
You were poor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I just remember how much happier I was, though. I just remember how much happier I was.
It's almost, it's like a blessing and a curse, because as you get more, though, you learn to appreciate it when you come from nothing, but you're happier because you didn't know what you were missing back then. You know, I guess that's like, there's this weird switch where you go back and I'm like, I never want to live that life again. I want, you know, I've worked hard. I've lifted myself from this, but then you start putting your happiness in stuff. And we've talked about this where it's like, that stuff doesn't matter. And you almost miss those hard times because you appreciated what you had, but you appreciated what you had because you didn't know about all
Yeah,
this stuff.
Right.
But he has to pay for
You
hard
know.
times. He pays memberships for hard times. When it could come naturally if he would just buy a farm, which is what I want to go backwards.
Yeah, I
want
do
mend
pay to suffer. That's true.
exactly. I want to go back and I think the people that get it right are current days are these minimalists, these people that are like, okay, get rid of the materialistic thing, because there's a sensation of guilt that once you get something, you're so excited and now you don't care anymore. That has to. I think that psychologically messes with us. We're just not designed to have all these options. Is kind of the way I look at it, and I'm thinking this too shall pass. We'll probably get there before we know it. So let's enjoy it. I'm not a doomsday person, but I just kind of know statistically, hard times are inevitably going to come, and I think I'm going to thrive.
Gotta be
Bring it
prepared for
on.
it.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have something to give other people who need it.
Yes. So my colleague and I would say partner, we were talking today about the work that we're doing, and we're getting into consulting. We were building some stuff today, and I was just telling her, I was like, this makes me happy because I decided to serve, to give more than I take, to produce more than I consume. I have this idea that my happiness is directly a result of helping people, and I've made a career out of it. And I've started so many businesses, and I just realized I don't want to do any of those things anymore because I don't chase money anymore. It never made me happy. The more I made, the more miserable I was because I don't know. It didn't have any value because I don't know how to describe it. The sensation of achieving wasn't there anymore. Like the most miserable I am is when I achieve my goals. The happiest I am is when I'm in search of those, right? Like for me, traveling, I don't want to get somewhere. That's depressing. I want to explore.
The process.
Yeah. I'm that guy. And so we were talking today, and I think there's multiple of us that are going to go into business with this. And I thought, this makes me happy because I get to serve them, right? I want to work for them essentially is how I like to. Obviously, we'd be partners. But the point I'm trying to make is I don't want to do something for myself. It's way more satisfying to help someone else achieve their goals. And we're doing it together. So I don't know why I said all that, but it just makes me happier now. Just figuring out that serving is the secret. For me personally, I want to identify more ways to serve in my community, and I don't do that enough in my church. I got to figure this out. I don't know how to get plugged in, and also I worry about commitments. I struggle with commitments. Me and Jesus had a lot of talk about these commitments, and so I don't want to let anyone down. You know, he always describes me paradox. I am very much a
he's
paradox.
a walking, talking paradox.
Yeah,
and just to give you a sample of this commitment, eventually he's going to come to sets with me, which is what the morning gym we drove by, and they have this promotion that's 21 days for $21. And his first question to me is, so is this 21 consecutive days? Like, do I got to go 21 days in a row, or is it just 21 visits? And I'm like, you are already making this too big. Like, it's 21 days, dog. Like, so he's not kidding. Like, but he takes it so serious.
I don't want to.
You know,
There's something that happens to me when I feel like I'm disappointing someone. I have a fear of disappointing people, and that's why I'm very cautious with the friendships and relationships I have in my life. Because it kills me when somebody does this. Okay, like, God, rip my heart out. Why don't you? You know what I mean? If I just disappoint someone, and then my go-to is, it kind of makes me angry. Like when my kids, when I see they're disappointed, it kind of pisses me off. I'm sorry about that. I'll cut that. But it's like, just do your part. You know what I mean? Anyways, I hate disappointing people. It breaks my heart. And it's hard for me to be tough.
You feel very deeply, don't you?
God, you're going to make me cry right now. Just even thinking about that. Yes, very much. Yeah.
I'd come over there and give you a hug, a sisterly hug.
Yes. Well,
but I have to knock this out of the way.
No, before you leave. No, you're going to have me in tears. I'm a pretty emotional guy when it comes to, like, happiness. Sadness does not affect me. Funerals, I could care less. I say, good for you. Like when my dad passed, it was almost like, good for you. You know what I mean? Good on you. You're in a much better place. And so sadness never got me down. But, that sounded like a paradox, like me disappointing people. That breaks my heart. But, like, what am I trying to say? Like, my tears are generated from happiness. I have happy tears.
That's good.
Yeah, and boy, once they start flowing, they do not stop.
Have you seen this?
I have not.
He's never seen my tears. Plenty of people have. And they're like, oh, my God, Nathan, we're in a restaurant. I can care less. I'm myself 100% of the time. I'm never not this version of me. Now, if you see me out, you're going to catch a quiet. I'm more introverted when I'm out, unless I have a few drinks and that kind of the social lubricant, as he calls it. Then I feel like talking to people. But now, for the most part, I just rather sit in silence.
It's good to see you smiling and laughing tonight.
I smile and laugh a lot. Do I not smile and laugh a lot on the podcast?
Well, I just met you.
This is me.
But on the podcast, I've only watched a few.
Okay.
And you're very serious.
I am.
Yes.
What was your favorite part? You mentioned this to me on our ride here.
I think it was 40 or 41. You were duding each other. It was so neat. I just loved it. You were duding each other. Dude.
We did dudes?
Yes, he was talking about he wanted to learn things.
Yeah.
And you were saying,
dude.
I loved it. I use that word myself when I'm talking. Oh, that's a really nice looking dude.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But to hear two guys talking about dude to each other.
It was the tone.
It was a new experience.
It was the tone more than the word. I could have said bro. It was more of a, gosh, Lee, I've got a decade of this. And he was wanting to learn how to edit. And I'm thinking, I don't know. And Greg gave a good example. Greg was on the other night. He was like, I had a whole cheat sheet for Greg to like there's hundreds of things here you have to know that I've built. No one taught me, and I've just like created these things. And I gave Greg a cheat sheet. I thought, you're ready to go. And he's one mistake and your whole project's gone when it comes to editing. But you're here because of that comment, that dude comment. And he's like, look, I want to be like Miss Barbara. And then he told your story, and I thought, okay, I'll do my best.
Yeah. I mean, that dude sparked off that conversation about you. It got everybody else interested because then we did that short. And then if you remember, everybody was like, we need some Miss Barbara in our life. And then, I mean, it just took off in multiple branches. So you've got quite the effect on folks.
Well, you're here. This is the purpose of the show. So why I brought it back was because I knew his story, and I thought, if I do this podcast again, it's got to be to tell other people's stories.
Yes.
And I think as a host, and I talk way too much. I know. I'm sorry. I'm getting better. But it's here for you to tell your story and just interact with one another. And I try to be there's never a silent moment when I'm around. If there's any silence, I'm going to feel it. So, because in my mind, there's an audience watching. But for the most part, this is the purpose of having Carlos on. And we get another person on the show like you. And you're welcome back as many times as you want. Because your first time, because Greg reached out to me, he's like, bro, I want to do it again. And I'm like, just do it, because now you're thinking, I should have talked about this and that and that.
Well, this is the icebreaker, I think.
And it's hard to be on camera,
and it's
you're
hard.
doing good.
Even though you're such a natural, you just came in and you were like, I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille. But like we talked about, it's service, it's authenticity. We want to give back. We want to talk about redemption. We want to, there's going to be nonsense in between random thoughts, but we want to talk to people that inspire, people that bring joy, people that have something to contribute. You're 80 years young and you've got all this experience and all this energy. We want to share that with the world and learn from you.
In some ways, this is serving our community, because people oddly enjoy this. It blows my mind. Like, who wants to sit around and listen to us talk? For me, I was doing it because I needed data. Through the conversations and these ideas, things are said and you learn more about yourself. And so I build AIs from these conversations, believe it or not. But then I started realizing, people actually enjoy this. We're talking about things they can relate to, which I always knew that and I forgot. And I thought, well, this is in a way serving our community, bringing you in. You're going to inspire so many people. And man, I want to tell people this is not easy. This is exhausting. Like I was working all day and I thought, oh my gosh, I got to go do this podcast. I'm not even in the right frame. Like, oh my goodness. Don't get me wrong. I love it every time I do it. But thinking about every podcast I have to do, I think, am I going to be able to do it tonight? Am I going to be able to pull it off? Because it's not easy. But anyways, I just want to say that this isn't always fun until we start doing it. And it's like, okay, I'm so glad I did this, because it becomes therapy.
I'm amazed that you're talking about the filming and all that. I forgot all about that.
Exactly.
It's just so easy to talk to you two.
Let me tell
that's
you,
one of his
that's
gifts.
Not easy either. I left every podcast I've ever made. Go look at episode 1 and 2, because they happened in the same night, because they bombed. Oh. We were careless. Well, we weren't careless. We were foolish and said, let's just do it live. Because we did like a practice run. And I thought, man, no problem. Good grief, we were nervous. And trial by fire, I like learning like this. I like pressure. Pressure makes me happy because I feel alive. My body, I can feel it radiating. So being nervous about you coming on is exciting for me. And it's the best part. That's why. And meeting new people all the time, I get nervous every time I do this. Having Greg on. Greg and I have so many conversations that bring us to tears, and I'm thinking, ugh, what's going to happen in this podcast? So I get nervous just like anybody, and you are a natural.
Well, thank you. You just made, you gave me an understanding of why I'm so relaxed. Mm-hmm. When I'm nervous, I stutter.
Yeah? You haven't stuttered tonight?
Not once.
Not at all.
So the funny thing is,
you're the one being nervous, but you're excited.
Well, it's funny. So it's not the nervous, like I know what nervous feels like, and it almost feels like a panic attack. And I've grown past that. Now
Is it more
it's
the
more
anticipation?
Yeah, it's slight anxiety. It's a healthy amount of nervousness because it's respect for the audience, for you. And I know my responsibility is to make you feel at ease. And I've learned this by interviewing hundreds and hundreds of people, because it's very nerve-wracking being on camera. Being on camera with a microphone in your face scares people. And so because I can empathize with that, I found a way to push through my own fears and create a relaxing environment. And so I'll talk fast. And it's just like a method that I figured out that kind of, for some reason, puts people at ease. Because if I'm nervous and you sense it, you're going to be nervous. And that's no good for the show.
It's certainly one of his gifts. In my initial sobriety video that went out, that people are still watching and sharing because it's an amazing. He did a great job. I know it's like my story and all that, but I had this whole script in my head, and I'm a bit of a control freak, if you can believe that. But Nathan being my friend and knowing me let me get through it. So I had this whole thing, and he wasted some time on me because he knew I needed that time to get it out of my system. And then he said, hey, man, let's try this again, but just talk to me, buddy. Forget this and do that.
Well, the agreement was one time your way,
Yeah.
one time my way. And he agreed because he was adamant because we don't do scripts. Not with me.
Yep.
But he was like, no, this has to be right. And I said,
I was
okay,
like,
out of
I
respect.
don't want to miss this part in this.
Yep.
But he let me get it out of my system. And I think he knew that I needed that. Like the control and the anxiety in me needed to get it out. And once it was out and we went to his way, we didn't use a lick of what I did. And it came out so good because I wasn't talking to a camera or doing this or talking to a mic. I was talking to my buddy.
him.
So
Yeah.
I've learned that authenticity, and I use that word a lot, to be truly authentic, it requires three things. It requires honesty, transparency, and vulnerability. And everybody forgets the vulnerability. So when you come in with a script, you're going to be more nervous because you're thinking about what are they going to say, what are they going to ask, how am I going to respond? If they ask this, I'm going to say this. So you're trying to maintain this script in your mind. There's nothing authentic about that because you're not willing to be vulnerable. Because to be vulnerable means you have no clue what's going to come out of your mouth. And so the secret to my, if you want to call it authenticity, and I think that's what it is, and the way I regulate my nervous system and I keep from being nervous is that I learned to clear my mind and not care what's going to come out of my mouth or what you're going to say because I'm just going to roll with it. Whatever you say, I'm going to bounce with you. And I guess if I ever had a gift, it's to have an unlimited supply of thoughts that we can work with. And that's why it's called Random Thoughts, an exploration of ideas. That's why it's named that. It's very intentional.
Aptly named.
And that's why we can go from subject to subject and bounce around and do all this because that's literally what we're doing. If question A took us down 7 different rabbit holes, so be it. That's where we go.
It's fun,
You know, and it's
It
fun.
is fun.
Isn't that what a conversation is?
Yes, it really is.
Not being scripted. I have a general sense of direction, and that's good for life. But beyond that, like I just wanted to get your perspective. Really, is my biggest thought process was because he said one night, "Oh, she's always happy," and I thought, is she? Like you're not the type to walk around talking about. And this may be a problem too, and you can talk to me about this because everyone asks me how I'm doing. Great. I mean, and I'll say something like, are you having a good day? Yeah, I wouldn't tell you if I wasn't. You know what I mean? You don't need to hear my problems. You have your own is my attitude. But I realize that's the part of my life that I'm incapable of being vulnerable because I don't want to be a burden on people. And I was listening to Simon Sinek, and he was talking about a friend that he had, and she apparently she always says, my life's amazing, my life's amazing. And he said, you're essentially robbing me of a blessing to be there for you. I never allow people to be there for me. I go into solitude. I ride motorcycles. I get in my Jeep and I drive 4,000 miles. When I am overwhelmed and I can't handle life, I run. I am a runner. And I think I've got to learn how to share my struggles with people. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm learning how to do that.
Okay, so you can relate to me.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
And so I have these girlfriends.
Okay.
And the other night I was talking to one and I said, are you free to talk for a while? Yes. Well, okay, can we talk about men?
Okay. What a fascinating conversation.
We did.
Can I come back?
And she told me some things that I never knew about men. I'm still learning.
What a thing to say. I love you. Keep saying that. I'm
Just
still learning.
So I'm appreciating men more than I ever have.
Really?
Because I'm learning good things. There are good men. You're good men.
Yeah. We're not nice men. I tell people all the time, I don't like nice men. I think nice men will say and do whatever they have to do to keep you close. I think a good man will say and do the right thing because it's the right thing at the risk of even losing you. And I have 3 sons, so I have a responsibility to instill this value in them. But hearing what you're saying, I could almost narrow down a good man. I think a man's happiest. And I heard somebody say once, I like to give credit when I hear these things. I don't like to claim other people's quotes. And this isn't really a quote, but he said basically a man will crawl through glass with a smile on his face as long as he thinks the person he's doing it for appreciates it. It's the reason why we build these Jeeps, and I have a chainsaw in the back of my Jeep and every piece of recovery gear you could imagine, because I want to go help someone. Because I have a sense of not just duty, but it makes me feel good when I feel helpful. Men, firemen, in some ways they have a tragedy of a life because they see things that you just shouldn't. Humans aren't prepared for. Police officers. But I think these linemen that are out in these storms, a fireman gets excited when a house is on fire. Not because people are losing their things, but because he's going to be of service and he may be able to save some things. Is that crazy to you to think about? But that's what we're wired to do. Good men are wired to do these things.
And to be
it's so easily
appreciated.
overlooked. Yeah. As long as we think you appreciate it, just a simple nod, it makes us feel like, heck yes. Money, validation, none of that means anything to a good man. Just a nod of appreciation.
What is the difference between validation and appreciation?
It's a complicated question, and I think about it a lot. I think that receiving validation is okay, but seeking it is not. And you're probably, if we could really break it down, we might end up breaking the show if we really tried to narrow those down. And now you're going to have me thinking about it. And the next time I see you, I'm going to have an answer. But appreciating and I think they almost are one and the same, almost.
I'm
to feel
wondering
appreciative.
If validation is we need to accept ourselves rather than seek acceptance from someone else.
Well, that's it. To be validated, right? When you validate a document of authenticity,
Yes.
to just agree and confirm that, hey, what you did was great. You're receiving validation, but seeking validation is no bueno. That's the error when you're doing it. Now, to some degree, am I seeking validation when I'm riding these roads and the snowy roads and I'm looking for someone to pull out? I don't think so. I'm just looking for something to do. I built this thing. Okay, there's a meme, and I almost made it. Do you know who Beetlejuice is? You're probably not going to get the reference. Okay,
She knows.
not the Beetlejuice. I'm talking about the Howard Stern version of Beetlejuice.
Oh,
No.
my God.
Okay, there's a meme where this little guy is really funny, and there's a meme where he's standing around with his hands in his pockets, and they're like, hey, Beat, what's up? What are you up to? Me? Nothing. And it's real funny. And so people have used this over the top of other videos. So I had this video of me riding these back roads looking for people to save. And it's snowing coming down, and I had this meme where it's like when you've worked a week to get your Jeep ready to go help someone and nobody's calling. And it was going to be, that was so
Just
funny.
hanging, just doing whatever.
Yeah, just hanging. Because I was like, golly, I did all this work and nobody needs my help. I'm like, anybody? I got to
is
deliver
that-
one heater. I got to deliver one heater across town. I was so excited. I had something to do.
That's funny. I want to jump into the validation appreciation thing. I think validation is trying to fill a hole that's got no bottom.
Well, we're talking about seeking it versus receiving it.
Well, see,
There's nothing wrong with the word.
there's nothing wrong with it, but in the seeking, especially in today's society with social media, with likes, with all this stuff, it's that quick dopamine hit, that validation, like you said, but we're filling a hole that has no bottom. Like, you're never going to be able to fill it with this need for validation. Genuine appreciation, I think, touches you and fills your heart, makes you feel like you did something good. There's no like prize money at the end of this thing. There is no comparison trap. I did something out of the goodness of my heart. Miss Barbara genuinely appreciated. That's where it stops, but it's a beautiful connection between two people, as opposed to, well, I worked out legs today, but let me show my butt because that's going to get more likes, and that's validation. And it's this endless cycle of, okay, well, they like that one, but now I need another one because that hole was never filled. Like that need was never fulfilled because it's not genuine. And I think for me, there's the difference.
I mean, to some degree, I am, okay, for you post a lot. I don't post a lot. But the truth is, when I do post, because I always say I don't like the validation. I've made videos on validation. I think the problem is when you start to seek it. That's when it gets dangerous. And I think that's anything. And if I put something out and no one liked it or watched it, it would hurt my feelings, right? Because we need some degree of validation.
Right.
You make all your posts because, I mean, we can convince ourselves all day, well, we're doing something good for the community, we're inspiring people, but if nobody cared, we wouldn't do it. So I think it's okay to have a healthy, it's like everything, in moderation. It's like everything. What are your thoughts on that?
Moderation is good. I'm thinking
necessary.
about, I don't know how to post. I don't know all those things.
But you go and help out at your thing.
Yes.
I mean, it's healthy for you, but it must feel good to show up and help other people.
Yes. Yes, it does. But this may be a little off, but I was thinking about, I don't post, but I send pictures, texting, of myself being silly. I love to shop thrift stores, and I have friends that like the same, and so we send pictures of what we had bargains over.
Yeah.
And if someone's not excited about what I found,
So we're the same. You have a
It's a
flat.
parallel. There's a parallel.
you have an
there, yeah.
intranet, essentially. Essentially, your own
Yeah.
little internet.
Oh, I like
Your
that.
own- Yeah. Well, it's technically
Yeah,
what an intranet
yeah.
is. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, we're humans. We're
Yeah.
humans, and it's okay.
It's
just
a
when it gets out of
connecting
hand. Yeah.
thing.
So I thought about this. I made this a video a long time ago on gratitude, and I was really dwelling on this idea of love and the complexities of love. And I think I figured it out to some degree. Now, we could break down love in so many different ways, but there's to some degree, I don't want to go down too many rabbit holes of love because love is complicated, wouldn't we say? It's
Yes.
very complicated. I used to say this thing that, hey, we love to be loved. And what I mean by that is the reason why we show love, the reason why we make posts, right, is we hope that somebody appreciates it and loves us back. So when we go through life doing good deeds for our partners and friends, if they don't appreciate it, then we're loving them and we receive nothing back. It's a very hollow feeling. Probably the worst feeling for a human being is to do something and not feel loved back, right? And I realized, to love someone is a very lonely thing if it's not reciprocated.
Exactly.
And I realized, gratitude is the sensation of feeling loved. What do you think about that?
Oh, yeah.
I thought, oh my God, that's what gratitude is. Gratitude is the sensation of me showing up to help or you showing up to help, and you see the smile on their face. We're like, we're so happy you came because you provide value in their group and you feel the sensation of being loved. And I think that's gratitude.
I sit in my apartment and I see what God has blessed me with. And sometimes I cry over it. Sometimes I laugh and dance in gratitude that God loved me so much. He's provided for me.
It's the greatest feeling in the world.
It is.
I tell people think, I just want to love somebody. Nope. You want to be loved. We want to be loved. That's it. At the end of the day. I mean, they say that, I don't want to go dark, but if a child isn't loved, it will terminate itself, essentially. Human beings, it's a fascinating thing.
They won't thrive.
Yeah,
They won't thrive.
the body starts releasing so much cortisol. Cortisol is the hormone that it's what triggers your fight or flight when you're in an emergency. When you jerked, that was cortisol being released, and that's why you felt that. It wasn't a thought; it was a reaction to the body. Anyways, the cortisol is a fascinating hormone because it's the one hormone that will kill us. Yeah, it'll kill you over time. It's the number one cause of death.
Stress
is
and
cortisol.
waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's cortisol.
Yeah, it's a stress hormone, and the way it affects you is it restricts the blood vessels, and the blood vessels raise your blood pressure. And so the first place you feel cortisol is in your belly, because you have more sensors. All the blood vessels in your stomach start to restrict, and it's called a gut instinct.
Is that why I'm hungry at 3 a.m?
No, that's a different. That's ghrelin, I think. That's a different hormone.
No, that's just called first breakfast.
But when you have an instinct about someone and you feel a little anxious, I listen to that.
Yeah.
Oh, your body's talking to you. That cellular memory. Anyways,
The fight or flight you're talking about.
Yeah, I went down that. I don't know why I got in the corner. Oh, we were talking about babies being neglected. Yeah, so the human body has a way of taking itself out if it doesn't feel loved long enough. It's sad. We all want to feel love.
I have a deep desire to quote the great philosopher Michael Scott once more from The Office. And when asked if I would rather be feared or loved, Miss Barbara, I want you to be afraid of how much you love me. It's an Office quote from this character called Michael Scott, who's making fun, and he's a complete dork, and that's where everything went. And I just had to do it to do it justice to all the Office fans. I'm sorry, I just had to. You know how I get with that.
Do you know who Machiavellian was? It's a Machiavellian quote. It's better to be feared than loved if you can't be both. You don't know that? It's a little dark.
It's dark.
Yeah.
Which is why I brought it to a lighter place.
Yeah. Carlos, you are loved. You're one of the most loved individual I know. And you love being loved.
I'm very grateful. I'm very, very grateful.
You thrive in it. I kind of shy from it. Don't get me wrong, I love it too. But I feel uncomfortable when it's happening.
Yeah.
But when you have any attention or when you're being loved?
When I receive attention,
both,
terrifies me. I do not like it. Now, don't get me wrong. I love to be appreciated, but I avoid celebrating my birthday because of people showing me too much. It makes me cry.
Freaks them out a little bit.
I'll tell you a quick story. I was in Mexico, and my friend Yoshio, hope he sees this. He's a bartender at one of the greatest bars on the planet. And when you think of bars, don't think of dingy and dark. No, the Office on the Beach is a restaurant, but I prefer to sit at the bar because you know how lonely it looks to see a guy sitting at a table by himself. I don't do it for that reason. I need the interaction. And so bartenders, for me, just provide endless entertainment. So I love them so much. They're my favorite people on the planet. So, because I'm a lone wolf for the most part. But anyways, I'm in Mexico, and I would go to celebrate my birthday, and he found out it was my birthday. Mine's the 4th. His is the 7th. Yoshio. I didn't forget. And Yoshio's an interesting name for a Hispanic fella. But his father was Japanese, I think. Was the trick. So I may have got that detail wrong. So anyways, it's my birthday. And I'd been there for days. I'd celebrated New Year's. And I'm sitting out on the beach by myself. And this waiter comes up and said, "Hey, Yoshio needs you to cash out." It's in the middle of the day. And I'm like, cash out? Why? Okay. So I walk back. I pay my tab. And he hands me the receipt. And the receipt, I pick it up. And he hands me another drink. And on the receipt, it said, "The rest on me. Happy birthday."
That's awesome.
And I put my glasses on, and I went and sat on the beach and cried because I was so grateful. That level of love and appreciation just for the conversation I'd provided and he had provided for me, just that right there, it overwhelms me. So, yeah, I try to avoid it, not because I don't like it, because I don't know what to do with it. I'm full of love, and so I'm just always overflowing. I always want to give back. I've been very blessed.
You got to embrace that, though, because just in the same way that you mentioned earlier, taking someone's blessing for Simon Sinek for being there for someone, showing love is them giving you a blessing.
I know.
So don't run from it because you're running away from that blessing, even if it's uncomfortable. And I get it.
I think Aunt Barbara's going to agree with me. Do you mind, Aunt Barbara? Is that insulting? I did like that.
No, that isn't insulting. I'm sitting here pondering you.
I am thinking we have a lot in common. I think you can relate to me. It's complicated. Look, we don't understand it.
Yeah.
But it takes all of us to make the world go round. You know what I mean? Maybe these are our qualities. I've always learned that our gift is also our curse. And that's okay.
Very much can be, yes.
Do you
hit it, Miss Barbara, hit it.
Well, thoughts disappear in my brain at times, and I had a thought about you that I wanted to share. You feel very deeply, and you're dealing with emotions.
Yeah.
And to put words to it, I think helps. You're grateful.
Yes.
And even overwhelmed is a good word to describe. And I think you're a wonderful person.
Ah, shoot.
Oh,
Oh, the glasses come on. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Nicholson.
dude.
Look, I'm like anybody else. I mean, anyone appreciates that. But I dedicated my life to being the best version I could be.
That's great.
And I'm very hard. I'm not easy to get along with by a lot of people, but I have an obligation to be a lighthouse. And it's rough being a lighthouse. The waves crash in and you got to stay firm. And I feel things too. But I try to lock it down. And when someone tells me they love me or they care about me or they want to help me, like, bro, it just comes pouring back out. And so it's hard. It's hard. But I love my life. I love it. I'm so blessed.
That's wonderful.
Miss
And
Barbara,
it shows.
would you, as we talk about blessings and all of us are in this emotional state, why don't you bless us with a little wisdom to the people listening as to how we should move forward in life? What can we take on into our everyday? What little nugget can you give us to ponder or to concentrate on daily to get us through struggles, to keep us looking up and smiling?
Gratefulness. This is just the word
Gratitude.
we've been talking about. Gratefulness for the little things, the things that other people don't see, maybe.
You know,
I love that.
I do too. I used to tell my kids, give more than you take, and you'll always receive more.
Absolutely.
But, you know, I didn't realize it. You know, I think God's been in my life all my life.
Yeah. That's okay. Gonna get
That's
those
okay,
dark
brother.
glasses. It's
That's
all
okay,
right.
brother.
It's all right. He said he'll never leave us or forsake us. He never did.
And it's beautiful to realize that he's been
Yeah.
there for the entire
Well,
ride.
I just think that's where I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Like, where does it come from? Where does energy? It can't be created. It can't be destroyed. And I think, why have I always been so blessed? And I think it's because I've always had a servant mindset. I love to help people. And then where does all this energy and fuel? I have an abundance of love. I love everybody. I love people I don't agree with. I love people, you know.
That's a gift.
I think that this energy that we're calling love, and why I have so much to give, is because it was given to me. It's always, I'm overfilled with it. And, you know, it ain't something I prayed for. I didn't go to church for it. I was just blessed with it. And, you know, my friend Joy used to tell me, you know, Nathan, there's more than just serving in a church. Like, you're serving your community. The work you're doing makes a difference in thousands of people's lives. And I don't really ever look at it like that. So it's complicated, but I don't know. I guess it's just God. I guess I'm just blessed with that. I think that I don't know how you would describe it. It's the oddest thing ever. I don't know how to describe it, but I can tell you this: because I have not been to church in 4 Sundays, I haven't had so much of the Holy Spirit, and I was really disappointed that church was closed last Sunday because I needed that. Like, I needed somebody to fill my pot, and boy, when I go, the energy in that room, it's like, I'm back, baby. It's an odd feeling. You try to watch it on YouTube, and it doesn't cut it.
Not the same.
It's not
I've
the
been on
same.
vacation. I've been in Puerto Rico. I've missed 4 services, and my nervous system can feel it, and I got to get back in there.
Don't worry, I'll text you.
Good grief.
I got you. I got a friend coming too, and we sit with my nephew and our CrossFit friends, and we're not going to miss this one because we haven't been in a while. We haven't been together, and we need this recharge.
Yeah,
We need it. Accountability.
Pew's going to fall apart if we don't start showing up. Because we need one another.
We do.
Where do you go to church? Can you say?
Northside Baptist.
Northside Baptist. I grew up
Thompson
as a
Lane.
Baptist.
I did too.
Yeah. It was a little
Then I-
stricter than the churches I go to now.
Oh
but
boy, was it ever strict. And no dancing, no
no
fun.
shorts.
No fun.
You know, but as I was going through my process, I kept hearing this phrase. I don't know if I was imagining it or people were saying it. I can't figure out where it was coming from, but I kept hearing this phrase, he'll meet you where you're at. He'll meet you where you're at. And I go into this church and I thought, this isn't me. I came from a much more conservative, amazing, the classics, which
Yes.
I still adore. And I was looking at the church, not in judgment, but analyzing, because as a kid, I would have been told that this devil's in this church. This isn't the way, you know what I mean? This is too liberal, it's gone too far. And as I'm sitting there looking, I thought, oh no, he's meeting them where they're at. And you know what I mean? Like that place is a place to bring people in. And I thought it was a really beautiful thing that people just take themselves too seriously, and they get stricter and stricter with their rules. And you realize all these rules are man-made.
I know.
So silly.
I grew up with the preacher's neck pulsing, red face, yelling.
It's like they went to school to teach that a cadence. You know what I mean? Like, what is that?
The fire and brimstone.
I found Jesus in the music, in the hymns.
What do you think?
And so now I, once a month, sing with a small group in a nursing home. We sing hymns.
Yeah.
And we have a group for seniors once a month. We sing hymns.
Yeah.
But in church, my pastor has said many times, yes, Baptist dance.
Yeah.
So really appreciate that.
Well, so as a kid, and I loved my church. I loved the family. I was very close with everyone in it. But I used to think, I was being 12, and I'd be like, how much faith do they have? If they're trying to scare me into heaven, like how great is a place if you're going to scare me out of one place and into another one? You know, and I thought, that doesn't seem very convincing. It felt like a bad salesman, like trying to terrify me. If you don't buy this insurance, you're like, it's like, come on, you know? And I've learned that you don't have to, like, it's a beautiful thing. I don't remember one story of Jesus going around stressing people out. You know what I mean? Just calm and logical and reasonable and loving. It was love, you know? And maybe you can go too far and get crazy with it, but you know what? Can I ask you a question?
Okay.
You know, I'm very analytical. So this church I was going to, I'll just say it. The church I'm going to, they were singing this song one day, and I want your thoughts on this. It's the day I was getting baptized. And I have a problem with this. It's really bugging me. So if I asked you this question, what do you drive? Do you mind me just the type? Was it Honda?
Honda.
You drive, how did I guess that? If I said your Honda has been a good car, right?
Yes.
And it hasn't broke down yet, has it?
No.
But what do you think I mean when I say yet? Your car hasn't broke down yet.
It's going to.
Yeah, you haven't had a flat tire yet, but it's more than likely it's going to happen. That word yet.
I don't like that word.
So this song,
Puts worry.
This beautiful song that we're all singing, it was saying something about Jesus and God and all these wonderful things, and Jesus has never let me down yet. What? Why did they add a yet there?
Oh, I know which one you're singing about.
I'm frozen. It was the day I was getting baptized, and I'm like, why would they say that? They took this beautiful thing and put doubt. Like the one person that cannot let you down, you're suggesting that he hasn't let you down yet.
The person who wrote it is human.
I know, but so I'm standing in the line to get baptized, and one of these preachers are asking me about this and that, and I'm like, hey, man, answer your question. If I tell you something hasn't happened yet, what would you think? So this guy's like, and I'm like, why would y'all put that in that song? And he's looking at me like, why are you asking me these questions?
Why is this little thing standing out?
It's autism, a little bit of OCD, some form of the spectrum. I think the spectrum goes up to 180. I'm on the 140 ranges where I tested. So that's, I get obsessed about these things and I can't let them go. But I just wanted your opinion on that. Yeah, it hadn't happened yet. It bothered me. Would it have bothered you?
Yeah, it does.
We need to fix that. We can't put doubt. Not when it comes to Jesus,
right.
The one person you can always count on.
Yes.
That's something I'm still trying to understand myself, but good grief. That's where faith comes in.
Listen, songwriters, hear what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's the only complaint I have. I don't have any other complaints. I love everything about my church. I have no problems with my church. This is that one three-letter word in that one song. It's the only thing I've experienced. Other than that, what a wonderful church we go to. It's been golly, I love everything about it.
Look at this, how he could bring that word up. That's fantastic that you could say that.
It's autism. I'm not making fun either. Everything's connected. So for me, I imagine my imagination is more like these nodes. I don't know if I need to tell people this, but Like I can have a thought over here and connect it over here so quickly because I've like wired these synapses in my brain. I don't think linearly, I think dynamically, and everything's connected. It's the reason why I can go from this conversation to way over there. My brain's wired a little bit different. I like it.
What is dynamic? Do you mean enthusiastic?
No. So if you could imagine, linear would be from one point, and you have to go through a process to get there. Right? Dynamic would be more like a CPU on a computer. It can just jump from place to place. Or if you look at the solar system and you imagine all the planets, if you could imagine that you could almost take a black hole from one planet to the next, that would be more of a dynamic way of thinking.
Okay.
That's the best description I can come. That's how I imagine
He's
it.
jumping from
I don't
chess
know if
to
I'm
3D
right.
chess. Yeah.
Well, it's we're all built different, and so this is
Yes.
important that some people think linear because they are very process oriented. It takes all types to make this planet go around. Thank God that we're not all the same. I think that's important. And that's the problem.
More like you.
Well, that's the reason why the education system, that's why I'm so involved in education now, because we built an education system on people that think linear, right? And it really, entrepreneurs think dynamically. There is no problem. There's only solutions. Like, you know what I mean? I get excited. Like, that's what I do for a living, is solve very complicated issues. And it's so much fun. It gives my brain something to do.
I see your enthusiasm.
Yeah. Good grief. Who could have imagined? Have you ever seen where they'll take two tuning forks that are out of frequency? One's 480 hertz and one's 540. They'll hit the 540, it gongs, and nothing happens to the 480. Have you ever seen this?
Yes.
But if you take two 540s, you hit one, and it radiates through the other one. Have you ever seen how frequencies overlap in a line? And I'm convinced we feel one another through a frequency of, I don't know how to describe it, but our frequencies are very similar.
Bzzz.
Yeah. And that doesn't mean anything other than, I feel you, I get you. You make sense to me.
Thank you.
Yeah. I felt like you understood me for some
I
reason.
like you.
Oh, well, I love you. I hope you don't mind that.
Thank you.
Oh, man. I know we got to wrap up. It's getting late.
We're sharing my dear sweet Miss Barbara.
I've got to go.
That's my girl. That's my girl right
no
there.
doubt. No, listen, we're not in competition. We're going to love
I'm
her.
just teasing. I love her so much. I'm teasing.
I'm so happy that you're in his life.
I'm happy he's in mine.
Well, I'm so happy that he decided to share you and not kept you to him. I'm glad that he decided to share you and didn't hoard you. I mean, the whole world needs to meet you. So,
Thank you.
would you be willing to come back on sometime?
Pardon me?
Would you be willing to come back onto the show sometimes?
Thank you. I'd love it.
Would you be willing to shoot pool with me sometime?
Yes. Okay.
Now this I have to see.
Okay, we'll record it next time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love shooting pool. My cousin's a champion. He's a pro. He's been pro his whole life. So, yeah, I grew up in a family of pool players. I'm no pro, but I shoot okay.
Yeah, I bet he's pretty good.
Maybe you can give me some lessons.
I have a feeling. I mean, she's playing 3 times a day, so good luck, Chuck.
Was there anything else you want to wrap up with? Anything you'd like to say?
Any parting message or wisdom, Miss Barbara?
I'm glad that we talked about the Lord tonight.
I don't think we had a
That
choice.
always gets me pumped up,
Yeah. Well, we had
as you would
decided.
say.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'll tell one thing. All these amazing things I felt like I was doing in the world, this lighthouse that I was trying to be, shine, this light of mine. I used to tell people, to make a difference in this world, you got to shine bright and illuminate the path for others. My friend Giovanni wrote that quote on behalf of me and my philosophy. And then when I got baptized, I realized, actually before I got baptized, I'd read Matthew 5:16, shine bright before men so that you can shine bright before men so you can glorify your Father which is in heaven, something like that. And I realized, I got to shine bright for him, not for my good deeds. So all the work I do is pointless unless I find a way to say in his name. You know what I mean? I'm learning. I'm a relatively new Christian. So, yeah, giving him more of the credit. And so I know I don't have to beat people up with it, like, hey, I don't have to go crazy with it, but I need to remember, all things through him, right? Mm-hmm. I'm a little bit feral, though. I think he understands that I prosper in a good bar. That's where I really connect with people. We all got to, you know what I mean? What is the saying?
We always come back full circle.
Yeah. Well, there's people in there, And you wouldn't believe how many times I talk about Jesus. People come up to me and like, what church you go to? And I think, how'd you know? They can just feel it. I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty incredible. I'm not ashamed.
of the gospel.
I got me a new hat. Is
Yeah,
this
I like
okay to
that.
wear, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yes,
good, man.
I was like,
yes.
well, I knew it was supposed to be, but I didn't know the term. But Fishers of Men, is that what that is?
Yes.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, you're good, bro.
That's all look good and
Come
blue.
on.
It's my color. Brings out my eyes.
I
Well,
told
thank
you
you.
you were
Okay.
styling.
Yeah, appreciate it. Well, thank you so much. Well, listen, and friends, until next time, so long, friends.
Bye, guys.
Set up.
Be
I
good.
put the friends before. I used to have a different saying. We don't say it that.
Thank you, Miss Barbara.